Welcome to this deep dive into Dollar Rent a Car, one of the most recognized names in the car rental industry. Right from the start, booking a car through their website is fairly straightforward, though it doesn't quite offer the most modern interface. The site is functional, but you might find it a bit dated compared to some of its more tech-savvy competitors. Searching for a vehicle is easy. You enter your location, dates, and the site brings up a list of available options. However, you should be aware that the prices shown initially can be a bit misleading. Once you reach the final booking stage, additional charges start to appear: taxes, fees, and optional services that might have been buried in fine print. One positive aspect is the variety of vehicles available. From compact cars to SUVs and even premium models, Dollar has a broad range that can suit different budgets and needs. That said, availability can vary widely depending on location. If you're at a major airport, your choices are generally solid, but in smaller cities, options may be limited. Pickup was smooth in my case. The front desk was quick, and the staff was friendly, though not overly helpful in explaining optional coverage, something first-time renters might find frustrating. The car I received was clean and well-maintained. However, the vehicle wasn't the exact model I booked. While they do state that you might get a similar model, it's still disappointing when expectations don't match reality. Driving it was comfortable, and there were no mechanical issues during the rental period. But the return process was less than ideal. There was no clear signage at the drop-off location, and staff were sparse, which added unnecessary confusion at the end of the rental. While figuring out how to make the trip smoother, I stumbled upon Get Rent a Car. Since then, traveling's never been easier. This and many other useful links you can find in the description. One thing I have to address is the upselling pressure. At pickup, the agent tried to sell me various insurance packages and extras that weren't clearly necessary. For someone who isn't familiar with rental terms, it could feel overwhelming and pushy. In terms of customer service, they were polite, but definitely leaned more towards business than hospitality. There were also long wait times on calls when I tried to inquire about a billing discrepancy. As for the pricing, Dollar positions itself as a budget-friendly option, but you really have to read the fine print. What seems like a good deal up front can end up costing more if you're not careful with add-ons and late fees. They also have a fuel policy that you need to watch out for. Returning the car with less than a full tank will result in a hefty surcharge, far above local pump prices. In conclusion, Dollar Rent a Car delivers a decent rental experience if you're vigilant. The cars are reliable, and the process is generally smooth, but the pricing structure, lack of transparency, and inconsistent service make it a mixed bag. It's worth considering if you're after a budget option. Just be sure to double-check everything before confirming your booking. If this review helped you out, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment if you've had any experience with Dollar or want to share your own tips for renting cars on the road.